You got a Bible on you, warrior?
No, I don't want.
Yeah, you need one. Here, take this.
The big one. Can I have the big one?
Yeah, take this. Yeah. I want you to read. Yes. Yeah. I thought about another scripture. All right. We on?
Yes. One person said Shalom Ak.
Shalom, warrior. Shalom, all Israel. We're I.S.U.P.K. coming out of 1 West on the 25th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander GEN.YAHANNA. And today's topic is the sifting of the nations, which is also an offshoot of the class that I did like last week. You know, when I started to go into, everything that happened with the, the Southern Kingdom, the split of the Southern Kingdom and the Northern Kingdom and all of that, we're going to go back into that. We're going to pick up where we left off. All right. First, what we're going to do is we're going to go to Jeremiah chapter 12 and verse 9.
Need some more winter head pieces.
Yeah, no
Think about getting both the flat, like the war scarf,
right?
But get fur on the inside right here.
That's a dope one. The one you got right now, and that would be cold to have some color.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like we had a war scarf that was right. With the fur underneath.
Man,
that'd be you. Hey, that'd be U.P.K. One West.
That's a hell of an idea right there. Yeah, real talk.
Get that made ASAP.
Man,
they probably heard it online.
Where did you get the one that you got right now?
This hat? This ain't a war scarf.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, damn, it can easily be converted. What it looked like? That's a bad boy right there.
Oh shoot! From the gas station, they just had one left.
Oh wow!
I wish they had more.
Maybe we need to put in a demand or something. Let them know that we're gonna be the purchasers or something like that.
Oh yeah, we should have that.
Cut of a kind.
Like some black ones too.
Right. They have different colors, black, navy blue, whatever a brother wants and everything. That'd be cold right there. Have some fringes on the end of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's cold right there. The U.P.K. barbarian status right there.
Yeah.
Jeremiah what?
Jeremiah 12 and 9. The oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
Go ahead, warrior.
My heritage unto the. I say, wait a minute.
Okay, you got to take your time. Make sure all your words is clear to where people understand.
My heritage is unto me. I say speckle.
Okay, now read it again, clear.
Mine.
Word at a time.
My heritage is unto me. I say speckle.
Speckled
Vine.
bird.
Bird.
It said, my heritage is to be as a speckled bird.
Bird.
Now think about that for a second. Means, we're not like we once was before. And the Lord is like, he's damn near shocked at it. It's like, my heritage is to be as a speckled bird. Go ahead, keep going.
The birds round about or against her. Conjure.
Okay, it said the bird. Wait a minute, say that again. Read it
The
clear.
birds
Read it clear.
round about or against her.
The birds round about are against her. Who are the birds round about? Do you have to? You don't have your glasses?
No.
Where
At the house.
yeah, you say kind of.
Caracan.
Shoot, I could probably have to take over that.
Okay. Yeah, Kettle Cots.
Understand like that. Light. What scripture we at?
We had Jeremiah 12 and 9.
You can go ahead have a seat, young man. Francisco. Jeremiah 12 and 9. My heritage is unto me as a speckled bird.
The Lord said his heritage is a speckled bird. Now, we have to think about what this actually means. And then once we'll start to find that out once we go into the next scripture after that. Go ahead, Cal.
The birds round about are against her.
Oh, that's the problem. That is the problem right there. It said, what did it say about the birds round about?
The birds round about are against her.
And let me tell you why this bird is speckled. Because she's taken on all the cultures of all the other birds. And all the other birds that are round about are against her.
Right.
She take a little piece of Islam. A little piece of the Arabs. Take a little piece of the Chinese Buddhism. A little piece of this, a little piece of that. She worship Chemosh and what is the other one? Right. She worship those.
Dagon.
Right, Dagon. One of the gods of the Philistines, the Africans, which we're going to go into that also too later on in this class. That's why she's speckled. And what does that cause you to do? What does it cause people to do when she's speckled? Let me give you an example. A black man becomes a Buddhist, what kind of woman you want? Can anybody say? Young man, how about you? If a black man or Hispanic man takes on Buddhism, what kind of woman he want?
You need a woman that will follow you.
No. What kind of woman, you missed the question. What type of woman, if he takes on Buddhism, what kind of woman does he want?
I don't know. She like it.
Who is Buddhist? What
Buddha?
race? Yes.
The Chinese?
Yes. So if a black man takes on Buddhism, what kind of woman does he want?
A Buddha woman.
A Buddha woman. That be specific on. What the Buddha's not a nation.
No. A Chinese woman?
There you go. That's it.
Right.
That's it. If he decides he wants to become a Hindu, who are the Hindu people?
Indian. Oh.
Yes. What kind of Indian?
From India?
East Indian.
East Indian.
Yes, East Indian. What kind of woman you want? What kind of woman does this kind of man want?
Somebody like with a god, a different god. Chinese.
Think about it. Okay. Whatever you're doing right there. Okay. Focus in on the class. All right. Focus in. Hinduism, right?
Caracan.
Is the religion of the East Indians.
Caracan.
If a black or Hispanic man takes on Hinduism, What kind of woman does he want? I just gave you the answer.
Salakan.
What kind of woman does he want?
Good man, Francisco, you hear?
Did you hear
You
me?
hear?
Yes.
What kind of woman does he want?
He just said it.
Yes, I just said it. You're distracted.
Right.
Okay, put your head inside the class. If a black or Hispanic man is a Hindu, what kind of woman do he want?
A Hindu woman. Indian.
Okay, what's the? There you go. The East Indian.
Salakan. East Indian. Salakan.
You know, you're distracted.
Right.
Get inside the class.
I can't. I'm trying to concentrate. I can't see.
No. Get inside the class. Get inside the class. You can listen, and you'll be able to. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to be. It's not the time to read right now. Captain.
Salakan.
All right. Let's keep going with the scripture.
Come against her. Come ye, assemble all the beasts of the field.
Now, can anybody tell me what allows them to come against her like that? By her worshiping their gods.
The
Right?
devil.
That opens. Okay, don't just say the devil. Now, it said her enemies, talked about her being surrounded by her enemies. The white man is not her only enemy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Hell, at this time, as a matter of fact, even at this time of the scripture that we're talking about right there, the white man wasn't in full power like that. When they talk about, you know, everybody being scattered around her, that's not talking about the white man just being all around her.
No.
You know what I'm saying? The white man wasn't in full power at that time. The other nations were in power. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Wake up.
Assemble all the beasts of the field. Come to devour. Many pastors have destroyed my vineyard.
Woo, what is this talking about? What is this talking about right here? No. So many pastors have destroyed my vineyard.
Religion.
Pastors, to be more specific, Christianity. Let's keep it UPK.
Christianity.
Yes.
Catholic.
Christians.
Christian.
The Catholics are Christians too. Christianity. They all are under the same umbrella. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The Christian pastor. We always talk about the Christian pastor. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
God. Many pastors have destroyed my vineyard. They have trodden my portion underfoot. They have made my pleasant portion a desolate wilderness.
Look at that. Yes. And when they talk about the people being of a speckled bird, you know, put that stuff together right there, you know. And then the pastors are working for who? They're working for the enemies. Farrakhan, for instance.
All right.
Farrakhan is a Muslim, right? He's worshiping the God of the Arabs. That's one speckle. That's one speck on the speckle, right?
Okay.
And what is he doing? He's getting paid off the Arabs too, because they're paying him because it's expedient for them to keep us in a religion that is not ours. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So now, when they send their people over here to run the gas stations, we don't see nothing wrong with it.
Right.
We don't see a thing wrong with it.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because Farrakhan has made it to where he has joined us together, and we're all brothers and sisters. The way that they see it, the way that he's done put it out there like that.
Right.
And he's catching that money off of it, right?
Okay.
Because Farrakhan is the top of the food chain of Islam.
Right.
So whatever he think, all the Muslims think. And whatever all he thinks and the Muslims think, black people that's not even Muslims think, okay, this is black. This is black.
All right.
So I gotta respect it. You know, I respect that. People ask us, I look how many people come up to ask us, y'all Islam?
Right.
Y'all Islam? Look how much respect they have for Islam because of Farrakhan. He's celebrating the God of the Arabs, the black people. We knock men like him out of the goddamn way. You know what I'm saying? The blindfolds will start to come off then. You know what I'm saying? He is somebody that is standing in the way. That is strongly standing in the way because he, for one thing, he monopolizes all Negro bow tie, suit wearing, high water pants wearing Muslims, which I don't even know where the hell that stuff even come from. The only thing I can think of, it come from like the butler, you know.
Talking about the bow tie?
The bow tie and the suit.
Yeah, I know they don't talk about that in the Quran.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And the Arabs don't do it.
Right.
Where the hell they get that shit from? Salakia. Where they get that from?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he monopolizes all of Islam in Negro and keeps us as slaves and servants to the Arabs and to the white man.
Right.
That's what he does. All right, let's go further. Anything else on that count?
Oh, Slack. Oh, Slack. All right. Slack. What scripture was it again?
Jeremiah 12 and 9. I think we like 10 or 11, something like that.
God. Verse 11. They have made it desolate, and being desolate, it mourneth unto me.
What does it do? It cries out to the Most High, right?
Go ahead, get that door, young man Francisco.
That's pretty much kind of what we do. What we doing nowadays? We desolate, and what are we doing? I don't know why this is. God is allowing this to happen to us.
Right.
I don't know why. I don't understand it. I don't know why. And we're like that. We're in that state.
Right. And being desolate, it mourneth unto me.
Yes, that's the mourning. All those old Negro spirituals, the slave songs, and all of that. That's the mourning. Mourning to the Most High. All right.
The whole land is made desolate, because no man layeth it to heart.
Well, I'll tell you who's laying it to heart right now. The Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge.
Right.
It's who the Most High is going to raise up to lay it to heart right now.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
The spoilers are come upon all high places through the wilderness.
Wow. What did they do with Harlem? They spoiled Harlem.
Right.
So Harlem ain't even called Harlem no more. It's called Soho.
Right.
The hell they get the name like that from?
I think it stands for Southern Harlem.
Oh, okay. Soho.
So high.
That sound you know what? That sound like some vegan, you know what I'm saying? White people with dreadlocks. You know what I'm saying? That sound like some hippie white stuff right there to me. That's what it sounds like.
All right.
Soho.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it sounds like. Man, that's good night. We don't come together.
The whole land. Oh.
Go ahead, Cal.
The whole land is made desolate, because no man layeth the heart. The spoilers are come upon all high places.
And what does that cause us to do? The spoilers that came everywhere. It caused us to have to keep moving.
What's up?
It caused us to have to keep moving, right? What was it in the slave codes? Keep them working and moving. Right. You can't slant your feet anywhere.
Right.
And it's the curse in the scripture when it talks about in the soles of our foot shall not have rest. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The sole of your feet should not have rest. Now think about that. That's why we have to keep going. We have to keep moving. And you got fake Israelites out there to teach, that certain nations are stealing their land. Look, when a nation comes into power, when they get dominance on the earth, they can take whatever lands they want, and they can misplace people. That has been happening. You know, that's been happening. That's been going on. You know, because a lot of people sit there and they, you know, because our breakdowns on who certain nations and stuff like that is, they like, oh no, y'all wrong. No, y'all wrong. You know, this nation ain't that. You know, because, you know, see, they was there all of that time. No, they were goddamn misplaced. They were misplaced. They were moved. All of the nations were moved. Our nation was moved.
Right.
You know, the white man, even he was moved.
Right.
You know, the white man was at Petra at first. You know, everyone was moved around. What a word. Everyone was moved around. That's how things go. When you have a nation of people and they get dominant position on the earth, they like, well, I like what they have over there. See, they have this certain resource over there. We want to go in and we want to take it. So what we're going to do is we're going to move them to another land.
Right.
And we'll go in and take their land. That's the way things work. So everybody has been misplaced, and the land that you in and everything don't determine what nation you are. What do they say? They say, well, how y'all gonna claim to be the Israelites? Y'all ever been in Israel? Well, guess who else have never been in Israel? Moses.
Right.
Oh, so Moses wasn't an Israelite, right? Moses never set one goddamn toe inside Israel, ever, in his whole life. Moses was born and raised in Egypt and died before ever even coming into the land. So did that exclude him from being an Israelite? Someone say something. Did that exclude him from being an Israelite? No, it did not.
No.
Right.
All right. Now what we want to do, we want to go to let's go to Hosea 7 and 8. The oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. It's always keep this in mind.
Right.
You gonna read?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead, Ward.
Hosea 7 and 6. For they have made ready their heart like an oven, while they lie in wait. Their baker sleeps all the night and the morning.
Yeah, now notice this. You know, I didn't want you to start there, but notice this. Well, I'm glad you did, because notice what does a baker do? A baker bakes the cakes, right?
Yes, sir.
And the Lord metaphorically uses this situation, mentioning the baker, right? Go ahead, Warren.
In the morning, it burned as a flaming fire.
Go ahead.
They are all hot as an oven, and have devoured their judges. All the kings.
Goodness. What did it say? It said they have devoured their judges. Look at this. Man. Now, there was a time in the scriptures, right, to where Ephraim, the northern kingdom, came up against Judah with so much ferocity because the Lord was angry with Judah. They came with ferociousness. You remember that, Cap?
Right.
Man, they came down and they slaughtered Judah like you wouldn't believe.
That's right.
It said that in the wrath reached up to heaven. And the Lord said he allowed it because he was angry with Judah. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And you know what they even did too? They took us as slaves. They wanted to take us as slaves.
That's right.
Until a prophet came through. You know what I'm saying? It was like, y'all got sins yourselves. Y'all better repent of this or the Lord's going to be real pissed with y'all. Okay. That's what the prophet said and everything. So now they came back to their senses and they clothed, us and stuff like that, Hell, they even took us naked and all that. Because you know how they try to say, well, you know, we was enslaving each other and all of that. Yeah, that did happen, you know. Because we were angry with, you know, we hated each other, the envy of Ephraim and Judah and all of that, you know, because remember the kingdom started to be split.
Somebody says 2 questions online.
Cut.
One of them said, Salaki Adawan, who was the comforter that Yahushua spoke of?
The comforter is the spirit of the Lord.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? The spirit of the Lord that brings everything back into remembrance, right? Think about this for a second. Let me tell you what the comforter is and how the comforter works right now. Before anybody came into the truth, right? We sitting there thinking we just getting our clocks cleaned by the white man, right?
Okay.
We getting our clocks cleaned. You know, and what do we think? We hate each other because we don't see no light at the end of the tunnel. We don't see it. We don't see that the Most High is going to destroy our enemies. We don't see any of that. So what do we start to do? We start to become police officers. We start to join the military. We start to do anything that stops us from wanting to be black and Hispanic. You see what I'm saying? We stop, but once we get this truth, right? And then when we go into Revelations, when it talks about what the faith, and we start to understand this Bible, and we start to understand what the faith and the patience of the saints is, and we're like, oh, we got hope.
That's right.
We got hope.
That's right.
We're not just made to be slaves. We're not just made to be, you know, crushed up under somebody's damn boot heel.
That's right.
We weren't just born for that.
Okay.
We have hope. That is the comforter right there.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's the comforter. The comfort lies in the Lord is going to destroy our enemies and put us on the top. When we was in Christianity, we never knew that. We thought our life lot was to just serve our enemies. That's what we thought. And we hated each other because of it, and we saw each other of no value because of that. But once we start to understand, because what did the Spirit of the Lord do for the apostles once Christ was gone? Can anybody tell me? Just take a crack at it, young warriors. Just take a crack at it.
Can you give me that question?
Okay. What did the Spirit of the Lord start to do with the disciples once Christ was gone, that Christ promised them when he promised the Comforter?
Who's still there? He never left.
No. He was ascended into heaven. He did leave.
But the Spirit is still there, no?
He left. That's what we're dealing with now. He left. The comforter that he was talking about, what the comforter actually does also is to bring in remembrance things that were spoken. That's why we sit there and say, we look at Deuteronomy 28 and we're like, oh, damn, this is us. This is us right here. And then when we go to Deuteronomy 30, matter of fact, let's go to that. Let's go to Deuteronomy 30 and 1. I'm going to show you what the comforter does. Go ahead.
So when he died, we supposed to, the apostles supposed to follow the rules from the past with Yahushua?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But also, too, it brings into remembrance things of old.
Okay.
There's a precept in Job about that also.
Okay.
Go ahead, warrior. Take it from
And
the
it
top.
shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee.
When all these things are come upon thee, what? Go ahead.
The blessing and the curse.
And the blessing and the curse. Right?
Okay.
That's what it says, right? It says the blessing and the curse. Right?
Which I have
Wait a minute.
set.
Hold on. Take your time. The blessing, I want y'all to understand this. When it has come upon us, the blessing and the curse.
Okay.
We had the blessing during the time of King Solomon, and we was at the height of the blessing at that time. Now we're at the bottom of the curse. Read it again.
And it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse,
The blessing and the curse. Go ahead.
which I have set before thee.
He said both of them before us. Go ahead.
Lucky was like
Go ahead.
he didn't set the punishment and the blessing.
Yeah, right. Go ahead.
And thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations,
Right.
whether the Lord thy God hath driven thee, and shall return unto the Lord thy God, and shall obey his voice according to all I command
Go ahead. Keep
thee
reading.
this day, thou I thy children, with all thy heart and with all thy soul, that then the Lord thy God will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee,
Go ahead.
and will return
Now
and
we're starting to
gather.
see comfort now, huh? With those words, who don't receive comfort behind those words?
He said, Most High in Christ, Adonai. And I got a
Yeah.
precept. Romans 15:4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
Right. Now we want to know what the comforter is. There we go. I want you to keep reading with what you were just reading, though, so we nailed it. We put the nail in the coffin.
And have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations, whether the Lord thy God hath scattered thee
Whoa, wait a minute. This is what the Lord gonna do for us?
from all the nations, whether the Lord thy God hath scattered thee.
Keep reading.
If any
Oh,
of thy,
really?
if any
I'm
of
just
thy,
hearing this for the first time. Go ahead, keep reading. I'm just hearing this for the first time. Pretend I'm just hearing this for the first time.
if any of thine be driven out unto the outmost parts of heaven,
Man, the Lord is gonna do that. Go ahead.
from thence will the Lord thy God gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee. And the Lord thy God will bring thee into the land which thy father possessed.
Whoa, wait a minute. That means we ain't gonna, be we ain't gonna keep being gentrified. We ain't gonna keep being gentrified. Is that what it's saying?
Yes, gone.
Man, why do I feel comfort right now? Go ahead.
Salaki.
Go ahead.
The Lord is with us.
Right. Not only that, but the fact that we're going to be more specific with it, we're not going to have to worry about having to get up and leave every goddamn 10 and 15 goddamn years. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have a land that's going to be, we're going to be able to raise our great grandchildren inside that land. You see what I'm saying? You'll be surprised at how many black men and women are dying because of stresses like that. Having such unsurety behind in the place that you live in at. You sitting there thinking, you looking at you don't even look at your great grandchildren as inheritors. So that causes how you perceive that causes an effect on how you perceive them. There's no comfort in that. But let me tell you what there is comfort in. What you just read right there. You see what I'm saying? There's comfort in that. That's assurance. You see what I'm saying? That's a spirit of assurance right there.
Some more questions too.
Kadabaka.
You want
Kadabaka.
Anonymous Black Man asks, do you guys help black men find work/job opportunities?
Well, yes, we do. Yes, we do. The Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge is a place that you can come at and get an employment.
Salaki.
Right.
Go ahead.
Hey, if you're not a roofer, we can teach you. I have a lot of work. We have a lot of work right here in Indianapolis.
Most High in Christ.
Yes, sir.
Right. Damn right. Got that up. And that's just one of the many trades. We need to learn things on building this nation. Roofing is good. You know what I'm saying? We need, as a matter of fact, I'm so glad that we got brothers in here that know how to come together and build a goddamn house.
We need laborers to clean houses. We need it right now. Yes, sir. I find it.
Damn
But
right.
brother, hey, get in this truth.
Right. Damn right. Most High in Christ.
There's another question too. If you want.
Come.
Polo Boy asks, can I get a scripture that it's law to have your hair covered with the open crown?
that it's law to have your head covered with an open crown?
Yeah, to have your hair covered with the open crown.
Okay, well, it says for a man not to pray a prophecy, having his head covered.
Right.
Now, what we want to do is we want to go in where you look at what a mitri is, which is what I got on. You want to look at that because now think about it for a second. If the priest wore mitris, so that means it's lawful for you to have a mitri.
And if
right?
I could, I got the scripture too. If you
Okay.
want to shout that out real quick. 1 Corinthians 11:4. Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head.
Right. Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head, right? So if the priest wore mitris, right, and the Lord told Ezekiel, tire thy head. He told him to do it, right?
Okay.
So if you tire something, that means a tire is something that goes around, right? Like a mitri, it goes around. And what does it do? When you look at a goddamn tire, it's not sealed, you know what I'm saying? The tire is not sealed in the middle. It's the tire. It's open in the tire. That's why we hear tire your head. You know, bind that mitri up on that head. You know what I'm saying? That is what the priests wore. And we're a nation of kings and priests.
You want that scripture?
Cut with God.
Ezekiel 24:17. Forbear to cry, make no mourning for the dead. Bind the tire of thine head upon thee.
What did it say?
Bind the tire of thine head upon thee.
He told him to put his mitri on. That's what he was telling him.
Right.
That's that's why he said bind the tire round, like I just said. You know what I'm saying? Round. What is a tire? A tire is round and it has a hole in the middle of it. There you go.
Shalaki,
Go ahead.
to the brother that asked for work, you know, pay his bus ticket. We need soldiers.
Damn right.
Him is to come here,
Damn right.
pay his bus ticket to get in this troop,
Right.
sir.
Damn right.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, and then that man will find employment.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir. Get in the troop.
Right. He just got to be willing to make that move.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? You can't sit there and say, well, what I.S.U.P.K do about employment? And then you sit back in your drawers eating Cheetos. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Shalaki,
Go ahead.
I was homeless. I was in the shelter. Ever since I came to I.S.U.P.K, I'm blessed.
Right.
I'm rising up. We are
Right.
rising.
Right. The man's even finding work from abstract places.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
Shalaki.
I mean, you know,
Salaki.
it is what it is. You know, if the Lord bring meat to Elijah by the ravens. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And this man is finding work in abstract places since he done came down with the
Salaki.
truth. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead,
I
warrior.
got too much work.
Damn right.
I don't
Right.
know where to go.
Right. Exactly. Go ahead. This is another man right here in the same situation. Go ahead.
Like you told me, if the brother is hungry, feed him, the Lord will give you more.
Right.
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 You know what I'm saying?
It is happening
Most High
already.
Christ.
Right. Right. Most that right. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. We ain't suffering. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we sitting there, we got a nice old pearl on, you know what I'm saying? You can get good food, good drink. You know
Most
what I'm
High
saying?
Christ.
Niggas in the process of getting 2-3-4 ribs and all of that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, hell, we ain't suffering.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Real talk, go ahead.
We already got a barbecue pit already after that.
Goddamn right. We grilling on the damn barbecue. Sitting out there, you know what I'm
About
saying?
3 grills.
Grilling,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You know, breaking down scriptures and, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Most High Christ.
Most High them blessed us here. You know what I'm saying?
Because,
You know? Go ahead.
like you said, the other one, you give, the Lord will give you more.
7 times. 7 times.
Damn right. You know what I'm saying?
Woo.
Right. You
Yeah.
feel the other one.
Salaki.
Go
We're
ahead.
gonna blow this building up tonight.
Damn right. Damn right.
Woo.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
That
sir.
soldier need to go ahead and come to the nap town. You
Sir.
know what I'm saying? You need to go ahead and come to nap town. You know
Yes,
what I'm saying?
sir. Most High Christ.
What else we got, Chuck?
There's no more questions right now.
I keep reading, sir.
That's
Salaki.
it. Yeah, there's no more questions right now.
Chuck. Okay, no question.
Bro, it's okay, bro. I got one.
And those shall possess it. And those shall possess it, which would mean we shall own it, no?
Right, yes. Anything that's your possession means something that's in your ownership. What are we owning now?
Nothing.
Hey, so how much comfort that bring us? Well,
Description?
no, obviously the comforter ain't been with our people, but in the comfort and the faith of knowing this stuff, now we're comforted because every time your boss on your job talk crazy to you now, you know his end.
Right.
And what does that do for you?
That give me too much power.
No. Let's keep it on the context. That does give you power. I understand that. Let's keep it within the context.
Too much fire inside.
No. It brings us. What did the dude ask on the screen? The comfort. It brings us comfort.
Yes, sir.
That's the word we want to use.
Yes, sir.
Goddamn right. And it's a spirit that comes because the Lord see your faith. Now the spirit, the comforter, can now dwell and chill with you now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Now he can chill with you.
Salaki.
You know what I'm saying? With lack of faith, he don't want to mess with you like that for real. You know what I'm saying? But you start to get that comfort in the scriptures, that means you believe. And the Lord respect that. So now he shall send forth through what? What did he send forth? What were we just talking about?
7 times as much.
No. The comforter.
The comfort.
The comforter. What, based on the question that brother asked, we want to keep it on the bounds of that.
Yes, sir.
Now we know what the comforter is.
Right. Salaki.
Go ahead.
Ever since I've been in the truth, I ain't on worry about nothing.
Right.
Don't worry.
Damn right.
I don't worry about nothing.
The comforter. The comforter. That's what the comforter does.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Woo!
Go ahead.
Okay. I got food for us. And then the Lord gave me more money to buy more food.
Right. Exactly.
And give me more money
right.
for more
And
food.
brother,
That's how it goes.
these two brothers, man, they some hell of a cooks, man. I gotta give a clap up for y'all two brothers.
That's how it goes.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I've been eating this correct food for the past 3 goddamn months.
That's how it goes.
So lucky, you know what I'm saying? Man, yeah, y'all brothers, man, you know what I'm saying?
That's how it goes.
Yeah, I was the cook at first. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. These brothers, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I done backed off cooking myself. I'm like, so let these soldiers rock. Go ahead.
What, like you said, if you don't believe, but I believe, and I believe the Lord's going to give us some more, and I gave my brothers food, and the Lord's giving me more money.
Damn right. And what does it bring to you?
Most high grace.
What does it bring?
Comfort.
Yeah.
Comfort.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Comfort. I just wanted to drive the nail in the coffin so that brother got a full understanding of what we talking about. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. And the way he got the full understanding why he needs to be inside the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge and be comforted in himself.
Okay. Right. Did you like it?
Go ahead, warrior.
And sometimes you go, man, it's hard. But then the Lord gives you so much. You go, oh, it's so easy.
Right.
Oh, man.
Yeah, right. And then you know the latter, then you know the end of your enemies that persecute you.
Yes,
the ones that turn you away on your damn jobs and stuff like that. Before you didn't know that. Before you thinking, man, damn, you know, maybe I ought to put on the skinny jeans. You thinking like that. You ain't comforted, huh?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't comforted in that state.
You know
what I'm saying? But now you comforted in this state. You like, man, I ain't got to do it. You ain't got to do none of that. I ain't got to shave my beard or none of that. You want to discriminate against me, against my beard? Fine, no problem. I know your goddamn end right there. And that brings what to you?
Comfort.
Yes. There you go.
Easy life, other one.
Damn right. Now, it's not enough. Here's the thing. It don't bring an easy life.
No.
But what it brings is comfort inside the turmoil that you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna stop me getting stopped by the police and stuff like that and harassed and stuff like that. But you have a comfort because when that police come at you, let me see your ID, let me see your such and such. You know his end.
Oh God.
You know it. You know what I'm saying? And it brings what to you?
Comfort.
Yeah. Comfort. The apostles, they had the comforter, and they still went through certain situations and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? He was still robbed. He was robbed, right? The Apostle Paul was robbed. He was shipwrecked. But what did he know? All of that. Everybody that persecuted him and came up against him, he knew what was going to happen to them. And it brought him
comfort.
There you go.
Salaki.
That's it. Now, let's get back on topic.
And if I could just remind you, is how the different nations migrated across the world.
Karuka.
That's what I put on.
Yeah, the different how the different nations migrated across the world, how everybody was misplaced and moved around. You know what I'm saying?
Salaki,
Go ahead,
we're
Warrior.
here to bring it back now. Huh? We're here.
Right. Now, what we gonna do? We're gonna go to First Kings. No. We still at Hosea, right? 8, verse 8.
Hosea,
Right.
verse 8, 13,
7 and 8.
6.
7 and 8. Hosea 7 and 8.
Hosea 7 and 8. Ephraim? How you say?
Ephraim.
Ephraim.
Right.
Okay.
That's the Puerto Rican tribe.
Right.
Dang, no wonder it's like that. Not dang.
And his Confederates.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? Issachar and all of them were up under his umbrella.
So I thought we Puerto Rican brothers.
Right.
Yes,
They were the leaders.
Yes, sir.
Once the tribes got split, once the nation got split into two.
Ephraim, he had mixed himself among the people. Salaki, hold him up, man, because you know we didn't mix us up against the people.
Right. Ephraim
Yes,
had mixed himself among the people. Go ahead, Warrior.
Ephraim is a cake not turned.
Now, see, here's the thing
What does that
with
mean?
Ephraim. Let me tell you. With Ephraim, like say for instance in Cuba, right? Now here in America, you got African Americans and you have white Americans, right? They make a defining line between us and them, regardless of whether you light skin, dark skin, or whatever the hell, you African American, the way they see it, so on and so forth. All right. Now, when you go to Cuba, everybody's a Cuban.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? You got Manasseh Cuban, and then you got them Esau Cuban. Spaniard Cuban.
Oh,
yeah.
Man.
They're all called what?
Puerto Rican.
No.
American.
No, listen. You got to listen.
No.
Cuba. What are they called? Cubans are not called Puerto Ricans.
No.
The Cubans are called Cubans. You know what I'm saying? All of them are called Cuban. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Warrior.
Half a pancake means half Esau, half Israelite.
Well, here's the thing. This is not talking about half Esau, half Israelite. What this is actually talking about is, they mixed themselves among them and they breeded with them. So even the lightest ones, a lot of the lightest ones are still still Israelites. It's talking about us, you know what I'm saying? It's not talking about them.
Like the Lord.
You know what I'm saying? Have mixed himself among the people. Not only that, but everyone's called the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Even there to go ahead.
Because I done met a Mexican Spaniard.
Right.
Yeah. He was my maestro. He's my teacher. I mean, he was one of the best roofers I ever met, but he was not Mexican. He was a Spaniard.
Yeah, he was a Spaniard.
Straight green eyes.
Yeah.
I said, hey, man, you're my brother. He told me, no, I'm not your brother.
Right.
I'm not lying, man.
They're rulers and lords. Told me. You know what I'm saying? Over the Hispanics.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
I got the same problem with him when I was in California. The one guy goes, "You're a Indian. I'm not like you."
Right. You see the bell. See the blinders come off now. You know what I'm saying? When they're in Cuba, Puerto Rico, and shit, and Brazil and all of that, down in places like that. Oh, everybody's just one.
Talaki.
Go ahead.
When the guys think Mexican was made from Indians, no, because everybody was named in the Bible a long time ago.
All right, say that again.
When you got a guy say Mexican was made from Indians raping, or white people raping Indians, no. Everybody was named from the Bible a long time ago.
Right. Yeah, here's the thing, what people don't look at is a lot of black men, which we're gonna go into that scripture too. A lot of black men were getting with women of other nations, but those children were still, the Israelites. And still had a fortitude of Israel. And a lot of them that was on the other side of the world at that time, even though a lot of them had goddamn, heathen mothers, they still knew that they were that people. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
You know, they still knew that they were Israelites, and
That's
a lot
right.
of those are the ones that took up counsel to come here to the Americas. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, Esau is Spaniard, Esau Mexican.
Go ahead.
Call me a chuntaro.
What the hell is
Chuntaro
that? Or go ahead.
means us, Indian, dark skin.
Okay.
And he was so proud to say it that he's all, I'm this guy Esau, and you just a chuntaro, you just an Indian. You're
Right.
nothing.
See that? Yeah, you see
That's
that?
what he told me.
And that's when you start to go deep in it. They only try to play that garbage when, like, the tribe of Judah is around. Then they want to be like one, like y'all, just one happy family then. But remove us off the table, and then they're going to show y'all what time it is. You know what I'm saying? They're going to show y'all what time it is, you know.
Right on one.
They're going to show y'all what time it is, for real. They're going to show y'all, no, it's us and y'all. But if we come around and if we somewhere, you know what I'm saying, then they'll make it like y'all are one. You know what I'm saying? Just like the devil next door and the Isupk right on the other side of next door. At the barracks.
They're buddies.
Yeah, they buddies now.
And
You know what I'm saying?
we could die.
Yeah, they buddies now.
They're
They're one people, ain't they? See what I'm saying? Now just
see
think, now if the devil was to start his own race and call it the Deer Brikes from Deer Brook, you know what I'm saying? I mean Dearborn or whatever. If he called it that, then they would just be that, right? But then remove us so far away from every damn thing, then he will start to show who he really is and show his true colors. Go ahead.
And that color, we're thieves.
What's that?
I'm a thief. Esau and the guy, I.S.U.K called me a thief.
Well, the Bible called the white man the accuser of the brethren. That's one thing we got to understand. He called him the accuser of the brethren. That's what they do. Go ahead.
What do you mean?
Accuser of the brethren. What did he just do with him? He accused him of stealing. What did they accuse of?
Color.
When you go to the news, what do they say? Oh, the black, you know, man, this and that. Blacks, this.
Popeyes.
Black, yeah, Popeyes chicken. Blacks kill each other over chicken. They're accusers of the brethren. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, they have the same sin as Ham, to be honest with you. Because what did Ham do? Ham exposed the nakedness of his father. Anything that we do, they expose our nakedness and they put it globally all over the world, all over television. Exposing our nakedness, exposing us on drugs, exposing us getting murdering each other, exposing this and that all over the world to paint a picture of us all over the world, just like what Ham did with his father, to paint a picture of his father in the midst of his two brethren that he brought in.
Right.
That's why we
need You see that? Go ahead.
That's why we need more brothers and sisters in this truth.
Right. Standing strong in this truth. What was he going to say, Francisco?
Oh, they accused me of being a thief. And then the same guy that accused me of being a thief apologized. He said, I'm sorry.
Yeah, like I was saying, the apology, you got to watch yourself on that because the white man's also the king of the Trojan horse. You know what I'm saying? This is what they'll do. Now, let me show you something.
Oh, yeah.
They'll injure you, right? And make you feel some kind of way, right? And then they'll come right behind and apologize. You see what I'm saying? Anybody remember that movie Crash?
Hell yeah.
You remember that? Now remember when you had a dude turns
Howard. Hold up, Shalaki. The white fucking police officer.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Remember he felt his wife up and all of that, right?
Yes, sir.
But then, and she was all violated and all of this happened and all of that. But at the end of the movie, she was trapped up under the car and it's getting ready to blow up. Hold your point. And then he came in to rescue and save her. You see what I'm saying? They do something real evil. Hold on. They do something real evil. And then they come right behind and then do something nice. It's like the pimp. Smacks the hell out of his goddamn woman, smacks all around the goddamn place, and then he does something nice for her.
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
That's pimping. You know what I'm saying? That's psychological warfare right there. You know what I'm saying? And he understands that the woman is the weaker vessel. And she'll forgive him and cry when she'll never forgive your ass. You know what I'm saying? But she'll forgive him because she's in fear of his people. She's scared of his people. Who put their hand up first?
No, go ahead, man.
Go ahead.
Well, that man, I.S.U.K and Esau, want war against us.
Yeah, I know it. I already
He
know
wants
that.
to put me in jail.
And that thing will be handled, so we don't need to go into a big spill about that.
Okay, but that's what he's doing now.
Right. All
No,
right,
Salaki.
go ahead.
They brothers online need to know that even white folks will team up with the bone brothers and go against us.
Okay.
That's why we need to be strong.
Yeah, we've been knowing that. That's why we
No, but they don't know that. They need to know that.
Okay, who's the they?
The people online.
Oh shit.
They need to know that.
Know. The people that's in the classes right now,
Okay.
they already know.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? That's why they in the classes in the first place.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yes, sir.
All right, let's get back to some more scripture though.
Strangers have devoured his strength.
Oh, strangers have devoured the strength of Ephraim. Who those strangers is?
The white man,
Esau.
Yeah.
African,
Right.
Chinese,
Yeah.
Arabs.
Yes.
Hold on, let me keep going.
Yeah, because you got all of them Arabs now that are playing themselves off like they're Hispanic.
DJ Khaled.
Yeah. But not only that, that's a big one. You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking at look at your corner stores now. Look at your corner stores now. In Louisville, you got fully speaking, Spanish speaking Arabs inside them stores. Hold your point.
Okay.
Plenty of Spanish speaking Arabs inside those stores. You know what I'm saying? As if they're a Hispanic.
Salaki,
Go ahead.
I went to the Arab store the other day.
Well,
I thought he was Mexican.
Hold up. Let's go first. Let's go first. He has his hand.
You notice right on the ghetto around our neighborhood, they got so many liquor stores selling alcohol for everyone, making all kinds of money.
Yeah. I'm talking about the Arabs right now, though.
Go there from.
You got the Ethiopians and all of them that don't have the stores and everything.
Salaki.
Also, I'm just go ahead.
Just the other day, I don't know who said it. Matter of fact, it was Captain. Before I came into it was Captain. You got so many people leeching off of us. Hold them up.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, remember the scripture, the curse in Deuteronomy that said, and that dead body shall be meat unto the fowls of the air and to the beasts of the field.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? That's why they picking our bones clean. You know? And like we was talking about with the Comforter, well, the Comforter is going to change that whole thing, and all the curses that was once upon us is going to go upon them. And that brings us comfort. And that.
Salaki.
Go ahead.
When we come together, when we start our own businesses, you know? That's why we need more. Salaki. That's why we need more brothers in this truth.
It's more than just starting your own businesses, because black business people, let me tell you something about my black business.
I'm not talking about black business, sir. I'm talking about
I.S.U.P.K.
Yes, sir.
It up and keep it straight.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? We just say black businesses. That's
Exactly.
what the whole world is saying right now.
Mm-hmm.
All Negrodom is saying, we need our own businesses. We need all this and we need all that. Well, what good is that if you still love white people? I'm just, you know what I'm saying? What good is that?
That's right.
They need somebody standing over them to say, no, you're not going to do that. You're not going to do this.
Right.
You're not going to, our people need people like that. That's going to give a solid goddamn order, because black businessmen will go on what the hell they goddamn feel also. And what the hell that do for black business? He'll give me a second. He'll sit there and marry a white woman and make her the inheritor of his black business.
Yes, sir.
That black woman will sit there and marry a white man.
That's right.
And make that white man the inheritor of her business.
That's right.
Or she'll be in a lesbian relationship. You know what I'm saying? With a lesbian that loves white people herself.
That's
and
right.
they'll be both married to some devil.
That's right.
I'm just keeping it real.
That's
you know what
right.
I'm saying? They'll both be in threesomes with some white man.
That's
He'll inherit the business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Think about that. Okay. So they'll have a child by the white man. And that child will inherit the business. So what does that do for black business? Take every resource back to black people again. Somebody has to stand over it. And be like, no.
Don't keep saying it's lucky. Just wait till he's seen you. All right?
And they'll be like, no. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody has to stand there and be a father, and that's the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Who put their hand up first?
Man, you can go, man.
I'm
crunk.
Okay, other one. In the late 20s, early 30s, Judah was making all kinds of money. They have banks and everything else. What did Isa do? Send the aeroplanes and bomb the crap out of Judah.
Yeah.
Oklahoma.
Remember
Yeah.
that one?
Oklahoma. All of that. You know. Yeah.
They don't
That's
want
what
us
happened.
rich.
And if I could, I'll say something. People always bring that up, and they bring about how it was destroyed. A lot of times they say that, and they make it seem like we shouldn't build it again because it was destroyed, right? That's because they scared of the white man. The white man bombed Japan. Did they just stop building Japan?
Yeah, exactly.
They just like, oh, we're never going to build.
That's
We're never going to build another Japan. And Germany got bombed. Britain got bombed.
Right.
We're never building. Did they just stop building it?
Right.
So it's just because one or two towns got bombed. Okay, there's like a million towns.
Right.
2 towns get bombed and stop all the million towns.
Right. Exactly.
Like you could have over 1 million black towns all across the country. 1 or 2 of them get bombed, or 3. They just like, oh, everybody stop all the black towns all across the country.
So
no other nation do that.
Right.
But Israel do that because the scriptures talk about how Israel's scared of the other nations.
Right. Right.
Israel be scared of the other nations.
Lucky. That's why there's no cars in this country.
Right.
Right.
That's right.
Right. Now let's get back to the scriptures. Let's go to 1 Kings 12 and 28.
Look like somebody had a question. Nikki K asked, why did God set a commandment to not kill, then turn around and order the Israelites to kill and take over cities?
Okay, when the Bible talk about thou shalt not kill, what it actually means.
Stop. Good answer, bro.
When the Bible says thou shalt not kill, what is it talking about?
Salaki.
Hold on.
Let them.
It's talking about murdering someone.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
My brother.
Yeah, and then what did the Bible say? The Bible say that the Lord kill it, the Lord kill it and make it alive. Don't the scripture also say that? So guess what? The one that gives life is the one that also has the ability to take it if he wants.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, because he made it, didn't he? If he put your breath in you, he has every right to take it back from you. It's his, right?
Yeah.
Just like if you got a car and somebody borrows your car, and you decide you want to come take the car, what can he say? It's your car.
Right.
Go ahead.
Thou shalt not kill thy neighbor.
No, that's not what it says. It says thou shalt not kill. So keep it in the context of the scripture. It talks about thou shalt not kill, right? Hold on. When it talks about thou shalt not kill, wait a minute, warrior. Wait a minute. When it talks about thou shalt not kill, what does it mean? Not murdering. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't even kill another nation of people out there. You know what I'm saying? We can't kill. As a matter of fact, it's an incident where the Ephraimites at one time went up to war against the Philistines. They wanted to rob their cattle and all of that. You know what I'm saying? And they went up on the Philistines, and the Lord caused them to lose very, very badly in that war.
She had another comment she put.
Good.
She said, why order man to kill man and not kill them himself or send his angels?
Well, because let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. If you the king, you the boss, why the hell you do all the work yourself?
Right.
You got servants under you. You know what I'm saying? The military general, he go into war for himself, right? And then just start killing everybody in himself, right? He sent the order out. You know what I'm saying? He sends out an order and they get it done. That's why it's called the kingdom of heaven. You know what I'm saying? There's a structural, so that's why he's called the Lord of hosts, which means what? The Lord of armies. If you got all of these areas, you got millions of 200 million soldiers, what the hell you gonna do everything yourself for? That don't make no sense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
wait a minute, hold on. The boss at your job, I guess he just do all the work, huh? What the hell he need you for then?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He do all the work himself, huh?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? He's a chef, but he go and do everything, and you just stand around looking stupid.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You an employee for a goddamn reason. You know what I'm saying?
right.
That's
Real
right.
talk.
She has some more questions if you want to go with.
Cut.
She said, what is it considered when you invade someone's land? Not murder? Then
Okay.
it causes confusion.
Okay, well, who invaded this land? Because now, wait a minute, hold your point out. She now set herself up. Because now she has to admit that the white man has invaded everybody's land, and she should hate him for doing so. But she probably don't want to do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He has come into everybody's land and stole every damn thing and invaded and killed and murdered. But it's time for forgiveness now, huh? All the forgiveness for him, huh? You know what I'm saying? All the forgiveness for him, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She's not charging him. Who does she charge though? Let me tell you who she charges. She charges a black man.
Yes, sir. Go,
You know what I'm saying? She charges him.
That's right.
You know.
She put, you cannot compare a man to God, and then she put, it's no different.
Shalaki.
Okay, hold on.
Chill out, man.
I'm fired up.
Say that again, Cap.
She put, you cannot compare a man to God, and then she put, it's no different, and then she put, I charge them all.
Well, she just did it. She just said herself, hold your point.
Okay.
She just said herself, if God said thou shalt not kill, then why did God? She just sat there and compared a God to a man and judged the Most High and criticized him as if he was a man herself, you know, right then.
Okay.
Right. And then she comes back with this, right?
Right.
Go ahead, Warrior.
It's a time for everything. It's a time for peace. It's a time for war.
Yeah.
Huh? Is it
Yeah.
not in the scriptures?
And the Bible says that the Lord is a man of
war.
One. If somebody wants to kill you, I get in front of you and it kills me. I don't care if they kill me. I'm worried about the Lord killing my soul.
Right, okay. Like you just gave a good example, right? Now,
Right.
if someone is coming at killing to try and kill your leader, and you go and you kill him because what he's trying to do to your brother or your leader or whatever, that's not the same, you know what I'm saying, as murdering someone. It's not.
Right.
There's a difference, you know what I'm saying? You know, you get that?
Come.
And let me tell you, when the scriptures talk about thou shalt not kill, also, let me tell you where she lacks understanding that. The LGBT, whatever the hell you call it, gay,
LGBTQ.
yeah,
What's that?
Shalaki. Gay people.
yeah, gay people,
What's that?
right? Now when hold on, now when the scriptures say, "Thou shalt not kill," who sets a mindset and a policy and a law?
Esau.
Yes, to destroy people.
Come.
You see what I'm saying? Homosexuality is destroying black people, and that is killing. You see what I'm saying?
Salakia.
Go ahead.
They said, hey, it's an abomination to be gay,
Yeah.
but it's illegal here in America, huh?
And when people get gay, they get AIDS, and they, you know, on and so forth, and you destroy whole societies and communities and all of that. That is killing.
Huh?
Right.
That's killing. Thou shalt not kill. That's killing.
She said some more.
Woo-wee. Come on.
She said, you're adding kill means kill. To stone someone to death is to murder or killing, question mark.
Wait a minute, hold on.
I'm fired up.
Okay. Say that again, Cap.
She said, you're adding. And then she put, kill means kill. And then she put, to stone someone to death is murder or killing.
What that is, that's called, when somebody gets stoned to death in the scripture, that's called making an atonement.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because, hold on, warrior, hold on. Because that person that committed adultery with another man's wife, you know what I'm saying? He will go on to do what? Commit more adultery, and she will go on to be a whore. And we'll end up in a goddamn situation like what we're in right now, and that's one of the reasons what makes I.S.U.P.K's job so hard. It makes it so difficult and so challenging for us. You see what I'm saying? We can't stone them and put them to death, right? But what's going on, look at what's going on now today. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why someone was to be stoned to death to make an atonement and to purge that thing out of the nation so that we could be the righteous nation. So that people could live.
Huh?
You know what I'm saying? So that people could live. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, now that we at it, talk about thou shalt not, we talk about thou shalt not kill. This sister ain't even gonna pay no donation, no tithes or nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Obviously, she's breaking that commandment.
Okay.
Because she's not caring about the prospering of the men of the Lord that's actually standing up for our nation of people. So what does that mean?
That's right.
She wants our people dead.
Salaki.
She is guilty of murder herself.
Murder.
She's guilty of it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
She know how much food has she sent to any I.S.U.P.K, you know what I'm saying, school or camp.
Huh.
How much?
Huh.
Right. So, but you know what that means? She's drying up her resources. I hate them. And the Bible say anybody that hate his brother without cause is what? Is what? What is it?
That's a murder.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's what she is. She a murderer. You know what I'm saying? Why she said I talk about what about that? You a killer. You a killer your goddamn self. Hold your point.
Go.
You a killer yourself, sister.
That's
One
right.
thing, you have resources, and you saying, I ain't gonna give them niggas nothing. I don't want them niggas to have nothing. You are in the damn way, and you are aggressively against the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge that's trying to bring life to our people. You won't contribute a goddamn dime. You ain't paying no tithes. You ain't giving no donations. You ain't doing none of that. You ain't doing nothing concerning this truth. You are the same as a goddamn murderer.
That's right.
You the same. You know what I'm saying? You are the damn same. Because you willing to sit there and starve the priests and the prophets to death if you could.
Right.
You willing to do that. Hell, you worse than somebody to go and blow somebody's goddamn brains out. You ready to starve somebody. You ready to starve the priests and prophets of the Lord.
Right.
And starvation is a horrible death. And you are willing for us to starve to death.
Salaki.
You know what I'm saying? Look how cold. Give me a second.
Yes,
Look
sir.
how cold and callous that is right there when you go into the core of this goddamn system. When you go into the core of her, she slaughters that commandment that we just talking about right there.
Salaki.
You know what I'm saying? Thou shalt not kill. The same commandment she brought forth, she's in that, she's slaughtering that commandment right there. I can't say she breaking it. She done sat there in the ground. She done ground that commandment into powder. She's not breaking it. She ground it into powder is what she did. She damn, you know what I'm saying? She done sat there and done made potted meat out of that commandment.
Right.
While she said there talk about thou shalt not kill.
Right.
Go ahead, warrior.
Even though I don't know that sister, man. If she was to come in this truth tomorrow, man, that'd be a blessing. I would do anything for her. If she was to come here tomorrow,
Wait a minute, hold on, warrior. Just her coming in here don't mean you know.
No, but it's
opportunity. Give me a second.
Shabbat.
Just her coming through those damn doors don't mean anything. Plenty of people come through these damn doors, and for whatever reason, you know what I'm saying. We'll stop, all right?
Yes, sir.
For whatever reason, plenty of people come through this door. What she need to be doing, she come to these goddamn doors. What she need to be doing, she need to be coming off in here with tears.
Yes, sir.
And a goddamn purse full of money that she ready to throw in that goddamn donation bucket and an apology on top of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now we can sit there and look at that sister and be like, okay, all right, fine. It could be, you know what I'm saying?
But that's the love I got for my brothers.
Well, that's cool. That's cool and that's great. But guess what? That same type of love can go up on somebody else that's more humble, though. You know what I'm saying? The scripture that Cap always bring out. When thou doest good, consider who thou doest it to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Always consider that. Just because somebody walked through these goddamn doors don't mean nothing. They can walk through. There's plenty of people walk through the doors of 1 West 125th Street. You know what I'm saying? Plenty of people for their own reasons. And then they went off to be thousand doctor. They call themselves the comforter. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
They went off and called themselves the comforter. You see that? Go ahead, Ward.
I got a friend of mine, I.S.U.K, last name is Cepeda. He went to his house, got his wife sleeping with another man. He had a 45 and shot both of them on the head. Now he's doing 20 years in prison for killing them. But he's going to get out of prison because he killed them but he didn't. They say that he was out of it. He has lost it and killed them.
Yeah, I mean, temporary insanity. I think that would bring that about.
Salakia.
You know what I'm saying? I think that would bring that thing about. There's a scripture in the Bible to talk about that too. You know what I'm saying? You know, and talk about the day of, you know, anger. He will not spare when a man sleep with another man's wife.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Kill them both.
that makes a person snap the hell out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's awfully funny because, hold your point.
Yes,
It's awfully funny because society, you know, bigs the woman up on finding another man that's better than her man, even though she's still with her man. The society bigs that up, right?
Right.
But here's the thing, society ain't there. When that nigga's cocking and loading and blow her goddamn brains out, and along with dude's brains out too. So thou shalt not kill, right? See what I'm saying? You know, obviously this woman that was on her is an advocate for that, because I'm quite sure that she'll be the type that'll sit there and say, well, the man, he ain't doing what he needs to be doing, then she can do what she want to do. If she ain't doing it, and then that philosophy right there causes a lot of black women to be murdered. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It causes a lot of black women to be killed because the niggas snap out. You know what I'm saying? And blow her goddamn brains out. You know what I'm saying? That's done happened many, many, many times.
She got some more questions.
Salakia.
Hold on, Warren. Go ahead.
She said, I don't think it's right y'all charge money to attend your lectures. If you're teaching the word, why privatize it?
Well, okay.
Salakia.
Hold on. Well, this is the reason right here. I can flip that question back on you. If you're going to a lecture, why not want to contribute to the work of the Lord that's being moved out through the earth? Why wouldn't you want to contribute to that?
Right.
That's, you know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't you want to do that?
Right.
You know, if you love the Lord, right? She loved the Lord.
Right.
Why wouldn't you want to contribute and be like, hell yeah, I'll pay that. Oh, y'all charge such shit? The hell yeah, I got that. Bam. Man, good work, y'all brothers. Stop. Good work, y'all doing. Good work, y'all doing. You know what I'm saying? Why not do that?
There's another one, the scripture that say, where your money is, there your treasure is, there your heart be also.
Right. And you know what? I'll tell you one thing. Her treasure is not, you know, let me tell you why her treasure wouldn't be in giving the money to a lecture. Because it goes to the Korean man for weeds.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She loved the Korean man for some goddamn fake hair.
Right.
How can she love her people when her money is going to that? Just like what the captain just brought out. Wherever the treasure is, wherever your heart, your treasure is, where your heart is. Her treasure is with them goddamn Koreans. Getting some maggot-infested goddamn weed.
Right.
Go ahead, Warrior.
How about the Christians that buy airplanes for $3, $4, $5 million, $20 million?
Right.
What do we get?
Right.
I mean,
yeah, 63 million. That was crap little dollars going price. And I know that a goddamn plane didn't cost nowhere near that.
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying? Nowhere near that.
All right.
She lucky.
Go ahead.
And then they tell you, you want to go to heaven? Give me $350 and you go to heaven. That's what the Christians say. I see it on TV.
Right. Yeah, they do.
Oh, yeah, that's what I want. If I was like stupid, I'll give him the $350.
Right.
I'm going to heaven here.
Yeah, let's go back into the scriptures, though.
Right.
You know, I'll handle another question a little bit later on. I want to get to some scriptures that we'll bring out here. We're running out of time.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Where we at, Amos?
We in 1 Kings 12 and 28. Back on the topic of how people start to get moved around and everything, because I really do want to finish these scriptures. I wouldn't want to prolong this for another week. You know what I'm saying?
Right. 1 Kings 12 and 28. Whereupon the king took counsel and made 2 calves of gold.
Oh, said he did what?
Took counsel and made 2 calves of gold. And said unto them, it is too much for you to go up to Jerusalem.
See what he trying to do? Anybody see what he's trying to do? Warrior, come on, you've been pretty vocal. You understand what he was trying to do there? What Jeroboam was trying to do?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me tell you what he was trying to do. He's trying to stop Israel from going into Jerusalem. He tried to stop the Hispanic tribes from going into Jerusalem. You know what I'm saying? The sacrifice and everything. Because that was the anchor, one of the anchors that was holding us together as a nation. He wanted to split that and separate that. Okay.
It is too much for you to go up to Jerusalem.
He said, "Oh, it's too much. Oh, you gotta carry all of this, and you gotta do all of that, and you gotta, oh, it's just too stressful for y'all."
Right. Behold thy gods, O Israel.
Oh, you got gods right here. Right. Why are you going down there? You look at these two cows. You know what I'm saying? Look at these two cows. Why are you going down to Jerusalem? You can just sit right here.
Right.
And worship right here.
This is life.
Right.
Oh, Israel.
It's like, well, he promised them a false comfort.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? There's a comforter, but then there's the counterfeit comforter. And the counterfeit comforter is in the Christian church. And that's the one that got people crying and singing and huckabucking and sea walking and, you know what I'm saying? That's the counterfeit version of the comforter right there. Okay.
Behold thy gods, O Israel, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt.
Notice he put the credit up on that. You know what I'm saying? Up on the calves. You know what I'm saying? Just like the golden calf in the wilderness that was made.
And he set the one in Bethel, and the other put he in Dan. And this thing became a sin, for the people went to worship before the one, even unto Dan.
Look what the people started to do. Go ahead. Now I'm going to show y'all something. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to show y'all something. There's another scripture that I want to bring out also with this too. You can go ahead, Cap.
Read more on it.
Okay.
And he made an house of high places, and made priests of the lowest of the people, which were not of the sons of Levi.
So what did they do? Anybody tell me? What did they do? They kicked the Levites out.
Right. I know.
Yeah, that's what they did. They kicked out the Levites. Go ahead.
Who are the Levites?
Haitians. They kicked the Levites out because the Haitians, the Levites were sprinkled. They didn't have there wasn't no land of Levi. You know what I'm saying? They were sprinkled out, throughout all the coast of the 12 tribes and everything. They had cities inside each tribe to operate the priesthood in each tribe. You know what I'm saying? They weren't given an inheritance among the children of Israel, but they was given the priesthood. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And Jeroboam ordained a feast in the 8th month, on the 15th day of the month, like unto the feast that is in Judah.
Now, you know what? This is one of the things that started the envy between blacks and Hispanics. You know what I'm saying? We feel the crunch of that today. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got so many Hispanics that hate the tribe of Judah and everything. They hate the Southern Kingdom, but then they want to act just like that and imitate. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
When I live at, they hate Judah, but they play rap.
Yeah.
They play oldies.
Right.
Everything I do with Judah.
Right.
They play, but I hate black. I hate black.
Right. And now we seeing how all of this got started. Started to get kicked off. Okay.
Right. And he offered upon the altar. So did he in Bethel, sacrificing unto the calves that he had made. And he placed in Bethel the priests of the high places which he had made.
Yes. But he made his own priesthood, not of the sons of Levi. Go ahead, Cap.
So he offered upon the altar which he made in Bethel the 15th day of the 8th month, even the months which he had devised in his own heart, and ordained a feast unto the children of Israel. And he offered upon the altar and burnt incense. Chapter 13, verse 1. And behold, there came a man of God out of Judah by the word of the Lord unto Bethel. And Jeroboam stood by the altar to burn incense. And he cried against the altar in the word of the Lord and said, O altar, thus saith the Lord, behold, a child shall be born unto the house of David, Josiah by name. And upon thee shall he offer the priests of the high places that burn incense upon thee, and men's bones shall be burnt upon thee. Verse 3. And he gave a sign the same day, saying, This is the sign which the Lord hath spoken. Behold, the altar shall be rent, and the ashes that are upon it shall be poured out.
Oh, wait a minute. Lucky. Actually, what I was looking for, I think it's in Chronicles. We talked about them when they strengthened the kingdom of Judah. We talk about when the pieces of the all the tribes went down into Jerusalem. The ones that didn't want to celebrate the worship the calves and all of that.
Chronicles. So they strengthened the kingdom of Judah and made Rehoboam the son of Solomon strong. 3 years. Is that what we're talking about?
I think that's it right there. I think I ran across the wrong scripture. What happened was they had left a piece of each. No, it was during the time of Jeroboam.
Okay.
The ones that didn't want to celebrate and worship the golden calves left and forfeited their goods, and left and went down into the cities of Judah, a piece of each tribe. That's how you get the woman of Asher, that was around during the time of the birth of Christ. She was of the tribe of Asher. Well, she was a descendant of that.
Second Chronicles 12 and 13. I think that's it.
Chapter 2.
My Second Chronicles.
Right, yeah. Second Chronicles. Okay, here we go. We have Second Chronicles. Let's go Second Chronicles 11. We can start at 14.
Second Chronicles 11 and 14. And he ordained him priests for the high places, and for the devils, and for the calves which he had made.
Second Chronicles 11 and 14.
11 and 14. For the Levites left their suburbs and their possessions.
Yeah. Notice this. What happened? The Levites left everything, right? And what did they do? They go ahead.
Left their suburbs and possessions and came to Judah and Jerusalem. For Jeroboam and his sons had cast them off from executing the priest's office unto the Lord.
Go ahead, Cap.
And he ordained him priests for the high places, and for the devils, and for the calves which he had made. Verse 16. And after them, out of all the tribes of Israel.
Wait a minute. Wait a second. Out of who?
All the tribes of Israel.
Out of every single tribe of Israel. Not just the Levites. Out of all the tribes of Israel, what happened, Cap?
Such as set their hearts to seek the Lord, God of Israel, came to Jerusalem to sacrifice unto the Lord God of their fathers.
Right.
So they strengthened the kingdom of Judah and made Rehoboam the son of Solomon strong 3 years.
They had to leave. They had to get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? They had to leave. They had to go down into the cities of Judah. And they couldn't go back because Rehoboam was, pretty pissed. He wasn't going to allow them to keep going to Jerusalem and then keep coming back and all of that. He didn't want none of that. That's why he set the golden calves up in the first place. You know what I'm saying? He's pretty much putting it as treasonous if you came down into Jerusalem. So what did these people have to do? They had to stay. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons why, when we was ran down from, Africa, or down from Jerusalem into Africa, a piece of every tribe, some of every tribe came with us also. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get Gaspar Yanga. You know what I'm saying? Isupk. You know what I'm saying? Isupk military leader. You know what I'm saying? And what did we do? We was among the Africans. You know what I'm saying? So we took on a lot of their ways. Go ahead.
He threw all the Spaniards out of the city, and they became, how do you say it? Their own city.
Yes.
Nobody can rule no one in that. Cannot be a slave.
No. People can rule. You got to have structure. Nobody can rule. No, you can't live a society like that.
But they weren't slaves anymore.
No, they weren't slaves up under the white man. They wasn't his servants and everything. He set up a governmental system. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can, you can't just be out there, you know what I'm saying, just free, no rulers, no nothing, and free, and nobody serving and nobody nothing. You can't be like that.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Wow. You'd have been done in goddamn 4 weeks. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead. The precept to that is we are slaves to Christ.
Right. That's the structure. We can't go without having a ruler. You know what I'm saying? We can't go like that.
No.
We have to have structure. That's why they're so afraid. They're not afraid of us. They're more afraid of us being organized and with no weapons than they are of us having all kind of goddamn weapons and not being organized. Believe that. You know what I'm saying? Believe that. And that's funny because I didn't get this kind of concept back when I was a teenager. Karab used to say this all the time. Man, all we need to do is just get organized. I'm like, man, what the hell? I would get pissed off. I'm like, what the hell are we going to do? You know what I'm saying? We're going to just be organized and everything, and we ain't got it. I mean, he knew it. This time he knew something I didn't. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, think about it. I mean, hell, as many times in the scriptures where we had inferior weapons and all of that, but we were in rank and order. You know what I'm saying? That is a death blow to whoever the hell is ruling over us, to be honest with you. That's why one of the reasons why the Haitians was able to do what they was able to do on the island of Haiti. You know what I'm saying? It's not because they had the best weapon. They didn't have hardly any weapon. They had just slave tools. They had the axes and stuff that they did the sugar cane with. And beat the hell out of the most powerful army that was on the face of the goddamn planet. Napoleon. It was Napoleon. Who had beat Napoleon before them?
Nobody.
Right. Yes. You see what I'm saying? The Lord was with them. And that's what happened with that. And then, you got like 700 clubs trying to say, oh, no, see what they were, what it was. They made a deal with the devil in 1776. And the devil, they said, we'll serve you if you deliver us from them. No, I ain't never seen where Satan has delivering power. I ain't never seen that in the scripture. So if somebody can bring a scripture out that states that, all the deliverers come from the Lord.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Show me that. I want to see that. You know? I want to see, you know what I'm saying, where, you know what I'm saying, they have power, the power to deliver in voodoo. You know what I'm saying? Voodoo ain't ever got no goddamn body free. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Hell, look at New Orleans. They practice voodoo. They the poorest goddamn state. You know what I'm saying? Like it, they the poorest state in the goddamn country.
Good. Show a scripture where the Lord said, put them in slavery, and the devil came and said, nah, I'm going to free them.
Right, yeah. Where did that happen at? I want to see that. What scripture is that? You know what I'm saying? Let's keep going on.
And after them, out of all the tribes of Israel, such as set their hearts to seek the Lord, God of Israel, came to Jerusalem. Verse 18. And Rehoboam took him Mahalathah, the daughter of Jerimoth, the son of David, to wife.
All right. Now with that, this is the reason why. Like, okay, now you had to, this is the reason why. Like I was telling you, like I was talking about before, 4 times as many slaves were taken from Africa to Mexico. You know what I'm saying?
I heard
you. To Mexico. And guess what tribe they were?
Isupk.
Yes.
Us.
Yeah.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? And let me let you in on another little thing. Let's deal with Gad, right? Now everybody see how Gad have the little fuzzy things on the shoe and have they always depicted no shirt on and tattoos and all of that, right? The feathers and all of that. Where do you think they got that from? Go ahead.
Africa.
Yeah, they got it from them Hamites. Run around with no shirt on and all of that. That's not our culture. They had to get it from somewhere, right? Well, give me the point. They had to get it from somewhere, right?
Right.
Think about it for a second. Because we'll see that stuff today and we'll be like, oh, that's just Gad. That's Native American culture, such and such. No, they got it from them Hamites because they didn't roll like that.
Oh, come on.
They did not roll like that. You know what I'm saying? They took, a little, when you see them damn Philly, as a matter of fact, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. But, that was their culture.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? That Gad got from there. Got from them Hamites. Go ahead.
I always see African people in Africa with feathers in the old days, all like Indians. I went,
Right.
whoa,
Right.
we must have came from there to here.
Right. And you go to Cuba, and they have all types of African festivals in Cuba. You know what I'm saying? Manasseh. You know what I'm saying? They big on that. They're huge on that. You know what I'm saying? Them African festivals and stuff like that they have over there, they're huge on that. Cubans, African Cubans and all of they are big, huge on that.
Right.
Go ahead.
Even in Mexico, they got African culture.
Yeah.
And they even got signs, Africa this, Africa that.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
They got I don't know if the Judah.
No, that's not Judah.
Issachar?
That's Issachar.
But they looked at Judah, the one.
Hell, so did Gaspar Yanga.
Kalakan. And
You know what I'm saying? We can't just go on a look.
No.
No tribe has a specific look.
No.
You know what I'm saying? None of us have that.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Hell,
Me and Rock from the same tribe, we don't even look alike.
right. Nothing alike at all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, we both short, but I mean, hell, that's the only goddamn thing we got physically in common.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And you both Judah.
Right. Exactly. We same tribe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Kalakan.
Madarai and Amwan. Goodbye. What they look like? They look totally different. Who the hell would ever thought they was in the same tribe? Nobody.
Right.
No, who would guess that? Go ahead. Word.
I always wonder, how come some Judah don't have this?
What, have a beard?
A beard and a mustache. Some will have very little.
Well, I'll tell you who really lacks beard and mustache. Gad. Gad lacks a lot of beard and mustache.
Right.
That, man. I'm like, man, I don't know what, having with a lot of those brothers, but you know what I'm saying? But that also, too, come from them damn, because at one time, Gad had that beard. Gad had that beard at one time. Go ahead.
In California, the first Indians were all like Judah. Look just like Judah.
Yeah, but they weren't Judah.
No.
They were Issachar and, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I wonder, I have seen pictures. I have a friend of mine, she has died about 5 years ago. She was in the tribe of the Blackfoot.
Right. My great-grandmother, was a Blackfoot, too.
And she's dark with curly, like Judah.
Yeah, I mean, that's why we get caught up in the look and shit. Like there's a look with each. There's really not. To be honest with you, it's not.
Nah, it's different.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
Tommy Sotomayor, that coon. He's a Zebulonite.
Oh.
Well, you don't know who he is. Me and Cap know who he is.
Right.
A celebrity, talk show dude and everything. He's a Zebulonite. He's Panamanian.
Wow.
Well, you'll never look at him. You never know it. You never see it. You know what I'm saying? Hell, but like I was saying, there's 4 times as many slaves that was taken to Mexico to dig in the mines.
Right.
They took 2 million to dig in the mines over there. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
In Brazil, the slaves, they put in to work for 7 days and they die. 7 days of working hard with no food or nothing, they die.
Yeah, that's because they wanted to reduce the population because Brazil, it was a lot. The most slaves that was taken to this side of the world was from Brazil. I mean, it was taken to Brazil.
That's
terrible.
What I'm saying?
Yeah, the most was taken to Brazil. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, they took, somewhere around 5 million and brought them to Brazil. We, here in North America, we fell under 1/2 million. So the tribe of Judah, we fell under like somewhere around 400,000, somewhere in that area that was taken to the United States. Go ahead.
And we're not counting the ones that jump off the shit.
No, we're not counting them. They died. They didn't make it here.
No. And the ones that threw because they were sick, millions of them.
Yeah, they didn't make it. You know.
No.
Hell, you know, yeah, like I was saying with the Cubans and everything, and the Puerto Ricans. Hell, you got slave ports in all of these places. You got the slave, you know, memorabilia and all of that in all of these places. Cuba, Puerto Rico, all of these places.
Mexico,
the Dominican Republic, yeah, Mexico, you know, and then, you know, it's funny because a lot of the Mexicans was like, yeah, I know, we come from, you know, you know, they were I mean, they were lighter than you, you know, and they were like, yeah, we understand our, you know, African roots, which was, you know, African, what they say is African, but we know the difference, you know.
Young Mark.
In Mexico,
Stand up. Put your face. Stay away.
in Mexico,
What?
the I.S.U.K, this got pictures of I.S.U.K mixed with a white man.
Right.
And it say the father is this, and that's the mother, I.S.U.K, and that's the son and the daughter. Blonde hair, blue eyes, blonde hair with green eyes, and then they got the whole chart.
You know, another thing that really pissed me off that I seen the other day. Right. You know how they have them skulls, and you know the Isupk, they in Spanish clothes, they have the skulls and all of that. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And somebody put on there on Facebook, they said Mexican culture. No, this ain't no goddamn Mexican culture. They put it like it was Isupk culture. That's Spaniard.
Right. If I could, the sister on here is the same one from before. She said she has a question about the angels and blah blah blah. She said, I'm asking because some believe that it was God himself, blah blah blah. My thing is, prove to us that you paying tithes, then we'll answer your question.
Right.
You understand? Because you talked all this mess about how we charging for this, doing that. But at the end of the day, are you even keeping the law of tithes?
Right.
If you're not keeping the law of tithes, don't bombard us with questions.
Right.
You ain't even showing that you care what our answer is.
Right.
Because you really care what the answer is, you pay tithes.
Right.
So you don't even care what the answer is. You just want to be seen and be known and get attention. Show us a picture of you paying tithes, then we'll answer your question. Today, we're not answering your questions anymore because you don't care what we teach.
Right. You try to starve a priest to death, you are guilty of murder. You know what I'm saying? Right. Trying to starve the priest to death. The Bible say also, you know, thou shalt not kill, right?
And you rob God.
Right.
The scripture say you rob God and tithes and offering.
Right.
Where's your tithes and offering?
Right.
She said, no, I'm trying to learn. What we trying to teach you.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Show that you're paying your tithes. Go to www.I.S.U.P.K.com or use the Cash App, the cash money sign, I.S.U.P.K. tithes, TITHES. Show that you put the money on there. Then you're gonna know to learn more because that's your first lesson you need to learn.
I wonder if she carries on that philosophy when she go to college though. She gonna wait and she ain't gonna spend no money. She just gonna wait till she learn everything. Then she'll put a little bit of money. Yeah,
going to college without signing up and paying no money first. See how that works. Right. And she said the law was done away with when Yahushua fulfilled it. Well, then how come Paul and them were collecting the tithes from the people?
Right. If
the law was done away with, why the book of Acts, Paul and disciples were collecting tithes? Right. Exactly. So if they're collecting it, then we're going to collect it.
Right. Exactly. And if the law is done away with, then hell, you know, why is she hitting us with thou shalt not kill then?
Right.
Law is done away with, and where thou shalt not kill is in the law, ain't it?
Right.
Well, how the hell, you know, the law is done away with, but thou shalt not kill is in the law. You want to say something more?
That's it on that. I just wanted to put that out there. She still put questions. Like we're gonna answer her questions.
Right.
You need to go to some fake Israelite group and don't give them no money and just ask them over your questions.
Right. Exactly.
So look here. Every time I make money, 10% goes to U.P.K.
Damn right. Damn right. He knows.
Nobody's gonna put in no money but us.
Right. I didn't mean to cut you off too much, but yeah, I just wanted to bring that out there so she can stop asking so many questions.
Okay. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to Jeremiah 49:1. Check this stuff out. We now hold the thoughts of what we just thinking, what we talking about, right? Hold the thoughts. Watch this.
Jeremiah 49:1. All I can have it. switch again. Then she gonna put on there. She put on there. Okay, what is what? She said, "Oh, I see. I knew it would come out. What is 10% of 10% of nothing?" That's a damn lie. How you got? How you want to watch this internet stream if you ain't got nothing?
Right,
you
right.
paying something to pay to watch this internet.
Well, if I will, 10% of nothing is at least you showing your support in some kind of goddamn way, even if you have actually zero.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Give the brothers a call, some words of encouragement at least.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Remember when in Kentucky, did I have a job?
No.
What did I do? Nothing, but I learned from you.
Right.
And you never said, "Oh, you owe me money for tonight."
Right.
Tomorrow.
But at the same time,
Hell
though, what
no.
you did have, you know what I'm saying? You made sure that, you know,
We have
brother,
food.
you did, you know, what you could do at least.
Oh,
I mean,
God,
you know,
lucky.
when you ran out, you still supported when you
Lucky.
ran out.
Come
That's
on.
the thing about it. So did the other young man. You know what I'm saying? He
All of us.
you know, when he ran out, he still was there. He still was, you know what I'm saying? You know.
Lucky. If sister need work, I'll find the work.
God. Good deal. Yeah. Her problem is though, I don't think it's about work with her. You know what I'm saying?
No.
She's just trying to bring some type of, you know, accusation against the truth, like a lot of these sisters do. You know what I'm saying? She's trying to bring some type of, you know what I'm saying, some type of accusation against us because she can't stand black men that want to be in power.
Lucky.
She hates it.
Right.
Huh? Yeah.
Lucky. Right.
That sister, she cannot stand the fact of black men. She's like, who the hell y'all think y'all, the white man is supposed to rule, not y'all.
Right.
That's the way she thinks.
That's what she's saying.
Yes, that's what. And the Israelites and all of that. Always watch out for that. Just because somebody knows they're a goddamn Israelite does not mean they're in the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, it does not mean they're in the truth because even if they know the tribes and they know this and that, they're not in the truth. I'm telling you, some people are plants. You know what I'm saying? Some people really are just plants. They learn the truth, they get out of the Christian church, and then they come into some group to destroy things.
Lucky.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
She's not far from it because she's watching you.
Okay, fine. She's not far from what?
She's not far from the truth because she's watching you.
No, that's not that. Yeah, so does the FBI. They in the truth?
No, but she's a sister, man.
That was a good one.
The FBI watch us too. They in the truth.
Who
So
pays
they
the
can't think
rent?
like that. Go ahead.
Who pays the rent for this school and the house we will live at? Who's paying it?
What? Say that again.
I asked him, who's paying for the
Yeah,
school?
Commander Gen.YAHANNA. Yeah.
Oh, God.
He's paying for everything.
All the nations.
Yeah.
We're not
You know
like
what
the
I'm saying?
Christians are the ones. We're not Christians. We're not asking for millions of dollars to buy an airplane.
Right.
Ask millions of dollars to buy a new house for you.
We have a strong leader.
Bullshit.
That's the point. We have a strong leader.
Oh, come.
You know what I'm saying? A real leader.
We're poor.
That's what terrifies the nations.
Oh, come.
You know what I'm saying? Well, we can see many times in the Bible where it said when Israel was without a king and without a teaching priest, what did everybody do? They did what the hell they wanted to do.
Oh, come.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, come.
They could take whatever out of the laws they wanted to take and say, and then mix that with whatever sin they want and mingle it together and say, look, well, the laws that I'm keeping is my righteousness. And that other stuff over there, whatever about that. But, you know, you see that they start to act like that.
Oh, come.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But now we have a solid leader. We have people that we have to have that structure.
And we're gonna,
you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And we're gonna keep doing it until the end of the one.
Mm-hmm.
We're not gonna stop. We're gonna have this school together all the way through.
Structure.
We don't need her money. We don't need nobody's money but our donations.
What she need to do, she need to start supporting this truth. That's what she needs to start doing instead of being so, you know, instead of giving the sacrifice of questions all the goddamn time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
she needs to start supporting this truth. You know, the hell with all of that. All of these questions and questions and questions when they never had those goddamn questions when they want to have sex with somebody. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about any of those questions. They don't care about things that you hear on Facebook and all of that. Like, is he making such amount of money? That's not the deciding factor whether they want to take the rod or not. It's not. I'm just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping it real.
Right, other one.
You know, the dude that took their virginity, right? The dude that they gave the virginity to, he wasn't no six-figure dude, or he didn't pay for this and pay for that, or none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Unless they had their virginity taken by their dad or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not unless it was something like that, some molestation or something going on. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, that was never the deciding factor of whether they was going to give that box up or not. Just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying?
Right, other one.
But then they want to sit there and all of a sudden they learn that they're Israelite and all of a sudden they become some type of teacher.
Right.
So all of a sudden she got the Mitri on. Really?
Right.
Really? They need to learn to humble the hell down and start giving goddamn support and start giving supplies. You know what I'm saying? Bring some goddamn food.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to be spiritual, bring some goddamn plates. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Real talk.
Right.
You want to bring some fries, some chicken. You want to be spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Or some water.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, some waters. Bring
Where's
some goddamn dishes in this place. You know what I'm saying? Instead of asking them, well, they're trying to ask all these questions like you so goddamn smart and you so wise. You know what I'm saying? Like you know so much. You don't know a goddamn thing. Shut up.
And then at the end of it all, I'm going to say, the law's done away with anyway, so none of this matters. So basically, all the questions you done already started asking really is for naught because you believe the law is done away anyway.
Right.
So the question about the law is pointless to you.
Right.
Why even answer?
Right.
You're really just wasting the priest's time.
Right.
That's why we're going in on you, because you wasted our time.
Right. And then you're going to hit us with thou shalt not kill on top of that. Well,
Right.
that's in the law. The law, same law you said was done away with. Let's go back into the scriptures, though.
Right. It's like a
So what?
Oh,
Jeremiah
yeah,
49:1.
You got it? You got it, Warrior?
No,
Jeremiah
sir,
49:1?
no, one.
We got about less than 5 minutes.
Cover God. Man, I ain't get into the gritty or what else.
That's why when I be teaching classes, I try to quickly get to the script.
Right.
I try to quickly get to it because I know once a couple things start off, it's
I know. I do like these battles though. I ain't gonna lie. I like these when the people is engaging. I think that's pretty cool. You know.
Yeah, that's like I said. That's why I try to get straight to the scripture real quick and try to just smack it with it, and then I'll maybe leave some time for the rest of the people asking questions and stuff.
Good.
See GEN.YAHANNA go through that every class and stuff. He's like, how much time we got left? That's why he always go over. Start answering questions from online.
Right.
Jeremiah 49:1.
Cut.
Jeremiah 49:1. Here, let me help you. Let me get that Bible. Hand it to me. Hello. I'll show you. I got it for you. Jeremiah 49:1. See, you said 49.
Concerning the Ammonites.
Whoa. Does anybody know who the Ammonites are?
No other one.
The Ammonites are the Japanese. No, not the Chinese. The Japanese.
Japanese.
The Japanese. They're the Ammonites.
Ammonite.
Go ahead. Now, no. Let me give you some history on this. Okay, this is after Babylon had took, you know what I'm saying, they came and conquered Jerusalem and they conquered the world and they started to misplace people, started to move people in different places. And of course, they did that with the 10 tribes also. During the time of the 10 tribes, we don't get to go into that. Hell, I might even make this another class, you know what I'm saying? When they took the 10 tribes and everything, right? And they started to disperse them, they didn't all go to Assyria. You know what I'm saying? They were scattered out in different places. and they were scattered out in the places of the Chinese
Right.
and Japanese
Or
and all of that. Ammon and Moab, everybody caught they cut. Go ahead.
Are they in Mexico too, other one? Because I see some of my brothers that look like this.
Yeah, there you go. That's why.
Really?
That's why. Yes, that's why.
And they're brown though.
That's why.
With
I
the
know.
Chinese.
Yeah, that's why. A lot of Gadites were the same way, which we're going to go into the scriptures on that.
Right.
A lot of the Gadites was the same way. Go ahead, warrior.
Go ahead.
Thus said the Lord, has Israel no sons?
The Lord said, and has Israel no sons? Go ahead.
Has he no herd?
Has he no heir? Go ahead.
Why then though the king inherit Gad?
Wait a minute. Hold on. What did it say again?
Why then though the king inherit Gad?
Why does their king inherit Gad? Who? The king of who?
Indians?
No.
No, the king.
What? Who? The king
Syria.
in the context of the no. It's not Syria. What are we just reading? Take it from the top, warrior.
The Ammonites. Concerning the Ammonites, thus said the Lord, has Israel no sons? Has he no herd? Why then though the king inherit Gad?
Wait a minute. It said, why does the king of the Ammonites inherit Gad? Now you know why. Why the Gadites have names like Running Foot,
Right.
Crouching. I don't know how you know.
Blackfoot,
Crouching Buffalo, some stuff like that. Japanese Yakuza names are the same way, ain't they?
Right.
Y'all know anything about the Yakuza?
No, other one.
Well, I'll tell you. Yakuza is one of the most powerful gangs, mafia gangs inside Japan.
Okay.
They all have names like that. That's what they all tat themselves up and have those tattoos and all of that. That's
Right.
the Yakuza. They're top mafia underworld of Japan.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The cartoon Afro Samurai. Do anybody remember that?
No. I mean,
Well,
I don't watch TV.
there you go. Afro Samurai. Cap, remember? You remember, don't you, Cap?
What, Afro Samurai?
Karawakan.
Yeah.
That was a Gadite.
Really?
Yes. Where was he at?
Japan?
Black man and where?
Chinese?
Black man where at? In Japan.
Japan?
Japan.
Japan.
A black man in Japan. Big old afro. He was quiet. They said, what are the Gadites known for being? They are the Gadites that I know. A lot of the Gadites that I know, they're real quiet. A lot of them are real quiet. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They're like silent assassins. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, sometimes they're so quiet to where it's uncomfortable some damn times. You know what I'm saying? How was Afro Samurai? He was like that too.
Why?
He hardly said stuff.
No, yeah.
He hardly said anything. You know what I'm saying? And he was known for being real nimble and stuff on his feet. A lot of you go into history, a lot of the goddamn samurais were black men in feudal Japan.
Really?
Yes, some of the highest paid ones were. Hollywood, let me let you in on something with Hollywood. You know, Hollywood always does real deep research before they come out with something. They know history. You know what I'm saying? They distort it and lie, but they know it. You know what I'm saying? And they show slivers of the truth. Remember the deal with that dude that had the man with the iron fist, the black dude with the iron fist? What was the name of that movie?
I don't know.
And he was a blacksmith. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And where was he at? He was in feudal Japan. You know what I'm saying? Gad was in Japan. Read the scripture. Let's prove it according to the Bible.
Right.
Go ahead, warrior. Keep going.
And his people dwell in his cities.
And it said Gad's people do what?
Dwell in his cities.
Who were the top security guards that they would want to have?
I can't say.
What nation? What nation of
Japan?
people? What nation? What nation of people would they want to have as their top security?
Judah?
No. They would want to have the nation of Israel.
Right.
And who was taken to the land of the Ammonites? Gad. That's why they have names like Running Foot or some name like that. It's compiled of two parts. Go ahead.
So you're talking about God, the Indians?
Yes.
The USA?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
This is scripture to prove it.
Right.
They were in, when everything was dispersed, they were in the land. That's why you said yourself, you know what I'm saying? That certain people have China. Well, you had people in Moab too.
Okay.
You had that too. Where did the 10 tribes come from? They came from the eastern side of the world to the west. What were they doing? They were doing what all black men do when we go to some goddamn place. We start sleeping with the goddamn women. The women start lusting after us. Hell, you take goddamn 50 niggas from here and move them over to Japan and everything. Give it 100 years.
It'll be all like this.
Yeah.
Chinese.
Yeah, exactly. They're gonna start having children. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I always wonder because I have some friends that you look Chinese, but you brown.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it too. I've seen it a lot.
I've seen it a lot too.
Yeah.
I'm like, what happened to you?
Yeah, but they're Isupk.
Oh, really?
A lot of them are Isupk. Yeah.
Wow. Man, that's sad.
Yeah, that's the idea. That's why Isupk. That's why the Moab and everything always try to latch on to y'all. Right. You know what I'm saying? Just like the Arabs try to latch on to the Puerto Ricans.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Because think about it. What happened during the time when you go to 2 Kings chapter 17, when they came at the 10 tribes and everything, what was going on then? The Assyrians.
Trying to kill us. So they kill us all.
No, not only trying to kill you. They were trying to breed and all of that.
Right. That too.
You know what I'm saying? What were they trying to do? Because think about it. That's what they were trying to do. They were trying to breed and that's why it said he had mixed himself among the people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And they do it deliberately to destroy our people.
Yes, and to make us look different from one another. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the reason why today you got the black Issacharites. What city is that a lot of them is in? The ones that look black?
Where at? In Mexico?
In Mexico, right.
It could be different states.
Yeah, I'm talking about it's a bulk of them somewhere, though.
It's in Oaxaca. It's a bunch of them. Guatemala is the I.S.U.P.K. They got, some of us are like you, but some of us are like me.
Right.
My color and stuff, but if you see the pure I.S.U.P.K. from Guatemala, Guanajuato,
right?
They look like you, other one.
Right, I know. Those are the ones that did not start the breeding out and everything. They separated themselves.
They're gone. They're not together. Other one. They're not together.
Here's another thing that you wanted to look at too. Like when you have those tribes down in the Amazon, and what do they look? They look Asian, don't they? Right. And they run around with the goddamn shit in their fucking lips and all that kind of shit like that.
Right, other one. I wonder why.
But let me tell you why. They are part of the stock of the ones that, and plus then also too, you had a lot of Japanese that came into, and Asians that came into South America during the time of the 1800s. Wow. As a matter of fact, like Horace Gracie's father, Horace Gracie's grandfather, rather, was a dude that was over immigration. You know what I'm saying? Gaston Gracie. And he ushered a whole lot of them in during the time of the early 1800s. Horace Gracie, the jiu-jitsu dude. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
His father was a politician during that time that worked directly with immigration. So you had influxes of Asians going into goddamn South America. You know what I'm saying? And what did they start? That's why you see a lot of Peruvians. What did they look like? They look like Asians too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And they live up in the mountains.
Yeah. They look like Asians. They look like Moab.
Up there where you can't even do that.
Yeah.
Right.
They were there opening up the portals so all of these heathens could come in and sleep with these goddamn, they women would sleep with the black men. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then here's the thing about it: they would sleep. The heathen men would sleep with the black women, but a lot of the times people don't look at it because they bear female children Hold your point.
Right.
They bear female children a lot of
Right.
times too. Either they don't bear no children, or a lot of times they bear female children, and those female children, even though her ass is Moab, she get with a black man. And so what's the child?
No, those are
What's
the
the
Chinese.
child? What's the child?
I don't know.
The child is an Israelite.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Listen,
Child.
you gotta listen. When they come over you got a goddamn devil or a Japanese or Chinese or whatever that comes down and screws some black woman down in South America, right?
Right.
A lot of the times they had daughters. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Or they didn't produce no children or something like that. A lot of times they had daughters. Those daughters liked black men.
Okay.
A lot of times the daughters like black men.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So what would they do? So what would the child be? The child would be an Israelite, Ak.
Oh, because of, all right.
The father.
The
The
father.
father. Yes, the father.
Right. Right. Okay. I
An
understand.
Israelite. You see what I'm saying?
Right, other one. I understand.
People think, oh no, a white man, he raped, he produced all these male children, right?
Okay.
And majority of the time, rapes don't produce children. I'm just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, it don't. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hell, you got niggas that been with their goddamn woman for 4, 5 goddamn years. He nutting her every goddamn day and ain't produced no goddamn kids yet. You know what I'm saying?
Right, other one.
Go ahead.
When I get my phone, I'm gonna find out the other state that's got people that look like Yuda in Mexico.
Yeah.
All of them, a bunch of them. You look at them, oh, you Yuda, but they're not.
No,
Mexico.
there is.
All
yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
The guy look just like you, him, and him.
Right. Right.
Women and children and
Yeah.
men.
I already know.
And they treat them like shit.
Yeah. I
The
already know.
Mexican Esau don't help them for nothing. They're starving.
Right.
No education, no medical, no nothing. They're suffering up there right now.
Right. I know. Right.
I want to find the name of the state.
Right. Yeah, because I know it is a place where it's a higher concentration of them than it's in other places.
They got all together in one state.
Yeah,
And
I know
the
what you're talking about. Yeah.
You know how they
I've
put
seen
you
the
like here?
YouTube video on.
I'm gonna find it because I already seen it, but I forget the name of the state. But when I get my phone, I'm gonna look for it, and I'm gonna tell you where it's at, and I'm gonna show you that people you're gonna think that you're sisters and brothers.
Right. Right. Yeah, I already know.
Our sisters and brothers, but I mean
shit. My first girlfriend ever in life, when I was a little bitty kid, I was in kindergarten. Her name was Olga. I still remember her. Her name was Olga. She was a Cuban, a black Manassite.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Her parents was black. You know. I mean, it was just like regular niggas. You know what I'm saying? But they was from Cuba and everything.
Right. And you're like,
right.
What's up?
Right. It was kind of weird because it was kind of weird to me. Even at that time, I'm like, damn. They supposed to be. I really didn't know too much difference, but I'm like, damn, this is you know what I'm saying? She didn't have, no straight hair or nothing like that. She had regular sister hair. You know what I'm saying? Weird.
My grandpa, he had your hair too. It's dark and shit. I'm going, oh, that's my grandpa. And then I go to my mom's house, and my mom's half Indian, and the father's Indian, but the mother is white. Right. And I go to the house, they all got blue eyes, green eyes, and I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, that's
white hair.
They love mingling with Esau. They love that shit.
All right.
They love mingling with Esau.
And they got money.
It's not just about the money.
No, we didn't have nothing, but they had the money.
Yeah, here's the thing. They want to breed out. They don't want their children looking like them. That's the one thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They want to, the woman, she's the producer of whatever the man put in her.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If he's the baker, she the oven.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The oven can't decide what the hell's being baked inside of it. Go ahead.
I even know what I am because of my grandpa, where he came from, Guanajuato. I'm an Olmeca, Indian, I.S.U.K, but Olmeca, warrior. We're warriors.
Right, the Olmecs.
The Olmecs in English.
Look at them Olmec heads.
They look like
what they look like. Yeah, they're big hair. They got, big lips, big nose.
Right.
All of that. Look at the Olmec heads. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Look at the Olmec heads.
I seen them on one.
Right.
I could do all the art too with rocks, and nobody taught me. I could just do it myself. And as soon as I rock after, I'm gonna do something with the rocks.
Oh man, we done ran over the time.
Yeah, let's just do the Lord's Prayer.
Okay. Nah, look up. We at 9:13. I'm gonna read the announcements. Get the Lord's Prayer. Well, the I.S.U.P.K started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi chapter 3 verses 8 through 10. Means tenth of the Hebrew, Mayashara. 10% of any increase the Lord gives you. Give the treasury department or teacher. Preach fund. Free will offer for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. Announce holy convocation from sheet. That will be, we have the Feast of Dedication coming up December the 20th. Okay. Remind Akim and Aqua to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black. Boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. With that being said, Amajum, upon Hakidam, basic E. Lord's Prayer. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Badash. Hayah.
Shamka.
Hawa.
Yahweh.
Lapaka.
Taba'ah.
Zayaka. Hayah.
Aisha.
Baharataza. Kawa. Hayah. Bashemayim. Thundanawa. Kam. Call. Yawam. Wasalat now. Wapi now. Wasalat now. Wapi now. Yah now. Banasai 1. Abal. Our shy now. Ayan. Rai. Kaya. Ka. Amalakwa. Allah. Walayim. Aman. In English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. On earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us of our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory. Forever. So be it. Sorry. It's our turn. Courtesy salute to the teacher. Courtesy salute to the teacher. Mother Shabbat.
Take it,
Mother Shabbat. Amaju. Barak.
Yahweh.
Yahweh Bashim Al Shabrakathum. Yazmatah. Courtesy salute to the sisters. Mother Shabbat. Amajim. Barak.
Yahweh
Shamar Rauta Bashim Al Shah. Yazmatah. Class dismissed.